Hi everyone, welcome to week 7. This is just a short video to help you get to the simulation and walk you through it a little bit. So let's get started. So from Classroom, you're going to see these instructions for the simulation. This is the section as usual on how to access the sim. You're going to log into Clever, then go to Amplify, select Login with Google, and then get to the 7th grade section. As usual here, populations and resources. Chapter 3 is where we are. Wait for that to load. Then you're going to go to lesson 3.2, and then the third tab right here. And your view will look like this. You're just going to click this link here to pull up the sim. And once you've pulled it up, you're going to select the 6 population version of this. And then this is what it's going to look like. So let's check our instructions. Got there. The first thing it says is to go to the food web overlay. So that's down here, and we can check out what we've got here. There's quite a few new populations here. We have the green leaves, the wee bugs, then we have stingwings, who also get their energy from wee bugs, and the furbills, who we've been working with. Then there are these guys, what were they called again? They are called scale beaks. And then last but not least, we have claw cats. So let's go back to that. So claw cats, scale beaks, furbills, stingwings, wee bugs, and green leaves. And if we just follow that through, we know that the wee bugs eat the green leaves because the energy is going to the wee bugs. Wee bugs are eaten by stingwings and by furbills. Scale beaks eat the furbills. We know that because of this arrow right here. And claw cats eat the scale beaks. So we can see the transfer of energy just like that. Now, the first question here, it says find 2 populations that compete for the same resource and write these down for later. So that's going to be one of the questions in the doc. So make sure to take note when you're looking at this, which 2 populations are in competition for the same food source. Okay. Next, let the sim run for 40 time units. So then we'll get an idea of what a stable population is going to be. So if we let that run, I'm going to speed it up so it goes through time just a little bit faster. We can see them moving around in there. And then I'll pause it at 40, a little bit over. And if we look at that, we click Analyze, we can see this is what it looks like, and they've pretty much got stable after this. There's not too much change going on here. Everything's kind of, especially these 4, the furbills, stingwings, scale beaks, and claw cats, those populations are all pretty stable, and then the wee bugs and the green leaves are bouncing around a little bit. So that's our initial population simulation there. Then if we go back to the instructions, make a change to the furbills that will decrease the stingwing population. So if we go back here, we want to decrease the stingwing population. What change could you make to decrease the stingwing population? And you're going to make that change to the furbills, right? So it's not a direct relationship. They're not connected by an arrow. So you have to think about what would you do to this population that could cause a change to this population. And the way that you're going to make your change is on the side here, there's this arrow, and you're going to change the furbill population with a plus or a minus, and you can see that it's going up and down, and you want to lock that change. So decide if you want to increase that population or decrease that population and wait and see what happens. Now, I would recommend a very big change in population so that you can really see the effects. And once you've made that change, make sure to click this button to lock it. And then I believe it says you're going to run that simulation for 100 time units and then go to, analyze. So make your change right here, lock it in, run it for 100 more time units, and then you're going to click Analyze here. Okay? And when you have done that, and so you'll be at 140 by the time that is complete, right? Because we did an initial 40, and then you're going to let it run to 100 and 100 more, so that'd be 140. And I didn't make any change, but you will have made a change, either adding or decreasing that fur-bill population. And then when you analyze it, you're going to be looking at the graph here to see what changes there were, and then you're going to record the numbers from here. So this is all that data. So if we go to the response questions, you're going to have to put in some data. So the number of stingwing births before the change in fur-bills, so that would be, you know, your range over here. You'd bring that back before the change, and you would look at the number of stingwing births. And then the number of stingwing births after your change in fur-bills. So that would be further back down here. After the change, you're going to check that stingwing births right there. Okay? And then based on those changes, you're going to answer these questions. Remember to be as detailed as possible, and especially for this one, you want to make sure you use those energy storage molecules. I want to know what's happening to the energy. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. If you can't access the simulation for whatever reason, also please let me know and we'll set something up so that you can get that information. All right, take care.